Tonight I want to talk about the extraordinary role in education in shaping the future. And during your journey tonight, you will learn about this direction, meet some teachers, and learn about some of the things they are doing. And we'll discuss a community outreach opportunity, review the status of our facilities, and take a look at the financial situation that looms ahead. Rigor, relevance, and relationships. These are three important foundations for success in schools today, and we will briefly touch upon these as it relates to Pickerington schools. Let's start with the core standards. Teachers in the room will clearly understand this one. Core standards are learning standards that help ensure that all students are prepared to meet the 21st century challenges ahead of them. These core learning expectations are designed to spell out what knowledge and application students need to know. The idea is that these standards level the playing field for all students. Pickerington, in the last 2 years, has earned an excellent with distinction for students meeting the Ohio core standards in the testing disciplines of mathematics, language arts, social studies, and science. We have met the federal No Child Left Behind mandate of adequate yearly progress in reading and mathematics with all 9 subgroups, including students with disabilities, limited English proficient students, and economically disadvantaged in all of the required testing areas, grades 3 through 8 and grade 10. The district also earned the distinction ranking. Only 116 schools out of over 600 schools in Ohio met the area of distinction, a key indicator that students are moving forward in their learning progression. This indicator is called the dreaded value added. Every district and every educator in the United States, value added is considered the high accountability teacher indicator in education today. These core standards are more rigorous than before, but they serve only as a barometer, and they are not the finish line. There's so much more to rigor than just learning. You see, learning, as I knew it, was the old 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic, recall, memorization, matching. Today, students must learn foundational knowledge, and we all agree on that. But in today's world, students have to know what to do with that knowledge. That's the rigor and the relevance part of the equation. Rigor is not worksheets. It is when our teachers are asking students to think critically, be inquisitive, discover, problem solve, and analyze. Now that's rigor. The slide you see shortly will show how application of knowledge is critical. And if we could pull up that slide, there are 4 areas that I'd like for this audience to take a look at. We have done some revamping. We've changed the old curriculum approach to a more modern design. We know that teachers have a lot on their plate, so the design provides support. Just think about this. If you had 25 kids at home, in your house, you'd have to learn quickly how to deal with different learning, different varying abilities, different interests, and therefore, the most important person in the classroom, in front of the students, is the teacher. Teachers matter, instruction matters. This year, every K through 6 building now has 1 person assigned as an instructional coach. This structure is to provide on-site help to teachers to address student learning and instruction. This was done without adding any cost to the system. It was a reallocation of teachers. It is a national documented model for improving student learning and teachers' instructional approaches. I would like to introduce Andrea Baldwin, who is an instructional coach at Sycamore Creek Elementary. Andrea has been teaching for 13 years as an English as a second language teacher and reading specialist. She has an undergraduate from Bowling Green and a master's, is trained in reading recovery, and is a literary specialist. She is also an instructional coach. So at this time, would you please welcome Andrea Baldwin.
Last year, instructional coaching positions were added to all seven elementary schools and our 3 middle schools. So you may be wondering why we added coaches. Many other districts in Ohio and across the country use instructional coaches in their schools with great success. The number one reason is to improve classroom instruction in order to increase student achievement. Coaches work closely with teachers in the classroom to put research-based instructional practices into place. Another reason to use coaching in schools is that the coaching model incorporates job-embedded professional development. In the past, teachers left the classroom to attend workshop and classes for a day and then tried to use what they learned when they returned to the classroom without any support. Research has shown that this practice has not been effective as it was intended to be. With coaches in place, strategies and materials can be modeled and practiced with the support of the coach to help with questions of management. Instructional coaches have many roles in the school building. One role includes leading grade level meetings. When teachers get together at grade level meetings, it's an excellent opportunity to lead discussions on ways to improve instruction. Many new strategies are shared and modeled to help meet the needs of all students. Conferencing with teachers is a major role of the coaches. When possible, we try to use the coaching cycle. The focus of this cycle is to look for evidence of student learning within a lesson. Coaches help teachers plan for effective lessons and reflect on areas of strength and areas that need improvement. Another way for instructional coaches to help improve instruction is to co-plan or co-teach lessons. When teachers are using new strategies, they collaborate with the coach to plan out effective lessons and best practices using the strategies while teaching alongside the coach for support. There are a lot of times when teachers have great ideas but may need help finding the resources, such as books or math manipulatives, that would help them implement effective lessons. Coaches help find those resources. Classroom teachers use a variety of assessments to monitor how students are progressing. Instructional coaches help gather and analyze the data from these assessments to measure student growth and help plan instruction in the classroom. As part of the professional development program, instructional coaches offer classes or book studies for teachers. These classes are often offered for college credit so that teachers can use this time toward professional growth. These classes are designed around current topics in which teachers show an interest. Some discussions take place online and others meet in small groups right here in Pickerington. A large part of education in the 21st century classroom is the use of technology. Instructional coaches help to implement the use of many types of technology in the classroom. We model how to use such innovations as an Activote. In this, as you can see in the slide, each student gets a handheld Activote where they can each be involved in voting on multiple choice questions. Also with Mimios, which is an interactive whiteboard technology where each student can take turns using the pen to add to documents on the computer. In order to build a professional learning community in every building, the instructional coaches work closely with district and building administrators. There are regular meetings with principals to discuss building needs, review data, and work on the improvement plan to help teachers increase student achievement. Collaboration between the building principal and instructional coach is crucial to the success of the instructional coaching program. The main goal of the instructional coaches is to help classroom teachers reach the needs of all students by addressing a variety of learning styles. Together, we will help students communicate and collaborate effectively, use critical thinking to be problem solvers, and to be creative and innovative. This is the first year for the coaching program. We've had